Dwarvenkegger. I'm Rob.
I'm Tanner. Tom.
Surprise!
Hey!
Alright guys, welcome to another fun edition of Rob's Rants. Now, it's a little bit different today because it's not just Rob ranting. And we're also probably not going to really rant. We're just going to kind of talk about the Halloween film series. If you're into that.
My favorite movie.
So, smoking a moon trance.
Smoking a pipe.
Moon trance, pipe tobacco. Drinking some scotch. Good deal. So, let's jump right into it. Let's talk about the original 1978 or 79 Halloween. 78. So,
classic Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yep, one of her first actual starring roles as
Laurie Strode.
Right. And, does a really good job. Her mother is an original scream queen as well. She was the female lead in Psycho. Just absolutely great.
That's a black and white one, right?
Yeah,
that's
the original. Yeah, that's the Hitchcock.
Yeah.
And Hesh, or whatever, is the lead in the remake with, what's his name?
Vince Vaughn. Yeah. I never saw the remake.
It's not good. Don't watch it.
Okay.
So, spoiler alerts throughout this entire thing, by the way. So if you've never seen them, then you should probably stop what you're doing and go watch all of them now.
They're all like, how many are there? Like 10?
Something like that, including the remakes and all of that stuff.
Can't go wrong with a Rob Zombie.
You could. Yeah. You very, very well could. Anyway, so first movie, just like a little speed through. Kid kills his sister, gets put in a mental asylum. From that mental asylum, he escapes when he's on like his 20th birthday or 18th, 19th birthday, whatever it is. 25th, whatever. Laurie Strode is going to babysit that night, hang out with her friends. Crazy, wacky things happen.
I like that. Wacky.
Yeah.
Wacky.
The craziest part about it is that she doesn't really know what's going on. And her friends are dying one by one. She's not getting it because she doesn't notice. She's on the phone with one of them when shit happens, but she still doesn't get it. The kid, like throughout the entire movie, you see, the Shape, who is Michael Myers, standing in different spots, and he's always around. He's always looking, always watching.
Fun fact: you know who the Shape is? Nick Castle. You know who that is? The guy that directed Dennis the Menace. Fun fact of the world.
Dennis the Menace, Walter Matthau.
Yes.
Anyway,
Christopher Lloyd.
Yep, Christopher Lloyd. He was creepy in that one. He had a cool knife. So, eventually it comes to a head. His psychiatrist, Dr. Loomis, is trying to stop him because he couldn't have stopped him to begin with, but yada yada, blah blah blah. The movie ends with Michael Myers in a showdown with Laurie Strode. She essentially thinks she kills him, gets out of the closet that she was hiding in, and then she just collapses in a doorway, tells the kids to go do whatever it is she needed them to do, and then the next thing you know, he sits back up in the background and is on his way to get hurt. Well, that being said, Dr. Loomis saves the day. He sees him walking, so he completes, I think it's like 6 shots into him.
Yes.
And he falls through a window out of the balcony and lands on the ground. Well, by the time that Loomis says, blah, 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 you don't know how lucky you are, he could have killed you, he's pure evil, he goes and looks outside. He's not on the ground anymore. He's gone. Boom. That's pretty much the end of the movie. Now, let's get into the second one. You want to talk about the second one a little bit?
Yeah, sure. So the second one, it starts off the exact same night. And somehow, I think it was the end of the night, like it seemed like maybe 1, 2 o'clock in the morning at the end of the first one. Then the second one comes out, and people are still out trick-or-treating, so it must have been at least early in the night than the previous night.
Yeah, a little earlier in the night, I think.
Yeah. So he's walking, dripping blood everywhere, the norm. Normal for a serial killer.
Doing his thing,
So he's up and down the alleys, and he starts killing people. He does this, back to his norm, And then Laurie Strode makes her way into the hospital.
Via ambulance.
Yes. And basically the same exact thing happens in the hospital.
Chases her down. People end up dying, especially the fat security guard that has no sense of waiting for any sort of backup. The guy's not even, like, he's just not even worth his weight in time in the movie.
My favorite scene is the bathroom scene.
The bathroom scene is pretty cool.
He dunks the nurse or the guy in boiling hot water or something.
Yeah, it's the
melts his face off.
the jacuzzi scene.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a an EMT and a nurse who happen to be, you know, doing what you need to do, you know, and he gradually turns up the heat because he kills the woman first.
Yeah,
he kills the chick first.
Yeah,
does he?
I haven't seen in a while,
No,
but I think
he kills the guy first because he makes the guy get out, or she makes the guy get out to go check to see why the temperature is so hot.
that or
So he gets out.
I
think he strangles the guy to death, or hits him with a hammer or something and kills him. And then he goes and she gets out, and then he holds her down, and her face just like blisters, and it's just
melts off. It's
awful.
Just like that Raiders of the Lost Ark at the end of that scene.
It's not quite as extreme as that, but it's bad.
Yeah, it was awesome.
You know, that movie ends with Michael Myers dying as well.
Yeah.
Funny story.
Shot in the eyes
Yeah.
by Dr. Loomis.
By Dr. Loomis again.
Yeah.
And then we get into the third movie.
I never saw the third movie.
So the
because
third movie does not have Michael Myers in it.
That's why I haven't seen it.
So it's Season of the Witch. It's essentially the TV controls your children. They put masks on, and then they watch a program, and that program hypnotizes them. They become killers, or it kills them.
That could have just been a movie in itself. It didn't
Yeah.
even have to be part of the Halloween
Yeah,
series.
it really didn't.
Yeah.
So in other words, we're going to skip past that.
Yeah.
If Tanner were here, he would talk about it for about 2 hours. It's his favorite Halloween film because he's a fucking weirdo.
Tanner, we're not friends anymore. I'm just kidding. I missed you, Tanner.
Oh, it's cute. He misses you, Tanner.
As you're laying in the hospital bed somewhere.
Well, part of it is.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, so now we'll talk about the next Halloween movie.
Was it Return of Michael Myers?
Yes.
Or Revenge?
I think it's The Return of Michael Myers.
And then Revenge.
Yeah. And then it's Halloween H2O after that.
Yes, and then Resurrection.
Yeah. Then Resurrection, and then there's another one too, wasn't there?
That was it.
So Resurrection had Busta Rhymes in it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then H2O had LL Cool J.
And Josh Hartnett.
It said introducing in the credits for that one. Anyway, Revenge or Return of Michael Myers. Jeez. What happened in that one? There's a little girl, having some issue, dressed up as a clown, right? And that's supposed to be who's she supposed to be? Like
I don't think it doesn't really go into detail on it. I'm pretty sure that it's like a distant family member of hers.
Yeah.
Of his.
Laurie
Whatever.
Strode is, I think, is in the psych ward or something.
Yeah.
They say. So that was like end of that kind of family debacle.
Really, the movie's not great or good in any way. Neither is the next one. So let's skip those movies.
Okay.
And let's go into H2O. So H2O is a very memorable film because it came out in 2000, right when the horror genre was really starting to come back into its own. So in 97 or 96, 97, we had Scream, which completely revamped the entire horror movie scene into what a slasher movie should have kind of evolved into, which is what happened. Wes Craven, genius.
R.I.P.
Yes. So he goes into this. You find out that it's like these prep school kids in this gated community, and they're all doing whatever it is that all the prep school kids do.
Very poshy.
Yeah, doing wealthy things, and then you find out that the main male lead, who is Josh Hartnett, is the son of Laurie Strode. And you find out that she is one of the professors. And I don't think it actually ever tells what she teaches, but
No, I think it was more like a
philosophy.
yeah.
Philosophizing. So she, you find out that she's an alcoholic, and then you find out it's Halloween. So she's always on edge on Halloween. Turns out that she should have been because Michael Myers returns. A lot of people die in some really cool ways. LL Cool J just gets knocked out. He doesn't actually die in the movie, which is fun because LL Cool J tends to die in movies when he shouldn't sometimes.
Is it quick or fast or one of the last people?
Yeah, he's always one of the last people, and then it's like, blah. So from there, it goes into the final showdown between Laurie and Michael Myers again.
Yes.
So what happens is, she's in an ambulance, and so is he. So she takes off, they crash, he gets pinned between two trees, and he's still alive. He's doing the
Reaching
thing.
for
So she takes an axe, and she whacks his head off.
And then that classic, and then the credits burn.
Yep, that's the end of it. Now, also, that leads into the next film.
Resurrection.
Terrible movie.
Yeah.
Absolutely awful. It all takes place in the Michael Myers house, the original house where he grew up, and it's like a viral streaming thing. It's stupid.
Haunted house, Halloween.
But it turns out that when Laurie went to kill the Michael Myers, the shape, it was actually the ambulance driver that a mask was put on his head.
Spoiler alert.
She murdered an innocent man.
And that's
But we've all done that before.
I told you that in confidence.
Yeah, but I've done it too, so you're all accessories. So Busta Rhymes dies, thank God. Almost everybody dies in that movie.
Yeah, and I was really upset. Jamie Lee gone within the first 5 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, she dies real quick in that movie.
I wanted to turn it off right after that.
Yeah,
because
she dies real fucking quick. And then we've got the remakes.
Rob
So
Zombie.
And I have to say that I like his take on the remake of the original because I like the fact that it goes into more detail about him in the psych ward, him going into this, all of that stuff.
Like an origin story.
Right, him growing up, I like that.
I like that a lot.
The movie was good. There's a lot of boobs because it's a Rob Zombie film. But I didn't watch the second Rob Zombie, the Halloween 2 from Rob Zombie.
I think it was kind of like same concept as Halloween 2, the original, but it was a lot of flashbacks. I think.
Oh, flashbacks.
And his mother, and Michael Myers' mom, and yeah.
Not memorable. What he's trying to say, not memorable at all. And then we get into the new Halloween movie that just recently came out.
2018?
Yep.
Yeah.
So, that movie actually wasn't too bad.
I like it.
I enjoyed it. Apparently Laurie Strode never died, which they don't actually explain how she's not dead, which makes no sense to me. It just all of a sudden, there she is. It's almost like it takes resurrection and makes it not part of anything.
Well, from what I've heard, the whole concept of Michael Myers and Laurie Strode being related doesn't exist. It's just he's a crazy mother and he does whatever the hell he wants.
But it seems like they're related because she actually calls him Mike. She's like, it's my brother in
H2O.
No, in the new one, the 2018 movie.
Yes?
Yeah, it's like, well, what are you afraid of? When they're all sitting at dinner, and she says, I'm afraid of my brother. And then, that's a long story.
I did watch it.
I'm not going to give anything really away for that one. I want you guys to see it. I want you to support it, so that they make another one and hopefully keep it pretty awesome. They do have, they do leave it open at the end for another one, which is kind of what we were expecting, what we're hoping.
I think they're filming Halloween kills right now with Jamie Lee. Stay tuned. And that concludes our rant.
Yeah, it's not really rant. We just talk about movies, though. So I hope you enjoy. You all right, Tony?
Okay. Just having fun.
Anyway.
Careful, I may come alive.
Anyway, guys, like, subscribe, hit that little bell at the bottom. Follow us on Instagram, on Facebook. If you feel like maybe giving us a little of your time and money, hit us up on Patreon for some exclusive content and some really fun stuff that we do. You also get the unedited versions of Rob, which is, it's fucking crazy. I'm a very abrasive human being, so if you like hearing really bad things come out of my mouth, hit up that Patreon.
He's
For as low as $1 a day, or $1 a week, month, $1 a month. Yeah, guys. Thank you, and
cheers. Cheers, guys.